I do kind of agree with that. More decks should probably be playing Inti. And speaking of more decks playing Inti, we got a banger up first here. This was a deck that was won an RCQ in the hands of Harlan Fear, a name you may recognize if you're familiar with kind of SCG coverage and all that stuff. And this deck just looked phenomenal. It looks really sick. And so, we obviously in standard we don't have hardened scales, but we do have hardened scales at home in the form of Ozolith the Shattered Spire. And what you're kind of doing is you have some counter synergies with like Teething Wormlet and Iron Apprentice as 1-drops that get counters. Quirion Beastcaller, which is a 2-drop that gets counters whenever you cast a creature spell. And then you have kind of this also Inti, which is good for a couple of reasons. One, it puts counters on creatures, which is good with Ozolith. And then 2, it also lets you discard creatures, so you can actually discard Thrillseeker to Inti to make it so you don't have to spend mana to cast it and sack it, and then put it in the graveyard for Cauldron. And Cauldron is absurd in this deck because so many of your things get counters, so if you can dump a Thrillseeker and then exile Thrillseeker with Cauldron, you just have like 3 or 4 copies of Thrillseeker in play. So really, really cool stuff going on. And then Sentinel, the map tokens can also put counters. A couple of Surge Ingers, which card's not like super great, but it's good enough as a 2-drop. It's got some utility with Cauldron. Gingerbrute, just another 1-mana artifact creature for Teething Wormlet. And what's nice about Gingerbrute too is it has evasion. So if they don't have a haste creature, you can dump a bunch of counters onto Gingerbrute with, like Beastcaller. There's some lines where you can go Beastcaller, put some counters on it with Thrillseeker, sack the Beastcaller, load up on Gingerbrute, unblockable Gingerbrute, attack, and then go from there. So there's some really, really cool stuff going on in this deck. Sideboard's got some like removal spells, Barrage, Voltage Surge, and the Festivities. Arlen's for the grindy matchups. I'm not sure what this is for. Finish of haste. So it gives all your stuff haste, which I guess makes it probably fine. I guess it makes it so your creatures are a little bit better against Wraths. It's for the art. I mean, it does have phenomenal art, so I can't blame them for that. And then Safekeeping is kind of like a protection spell, but this deck is cool. What's chat saying? Why no Patchy? So you have 4, 8, 12, 17 artifacts, which it's a little low for Patchwork. I don't know. Yeah, Hot Springs for Domain, just because their deck has a whole bunch of Wraths. So if they, you play Hot Springs, they Sunfall you, and then you can just haste some stuff. So I could see that being good. Kind of makes sense against the Sunfalls, although it's obviously bad against Farewell. It's fine against Sunfall and Depopulate. Ooh, double Surge Injure. See, this hand's fine, because they're just going to kill the first Surge Injure, right? Is that what's going to happen? No, they're probably just going to kill Wormlet. You feel like you're qualified for top 100? We are 15 days into the season. Perhaps. No, you're supposed to kill my Sir Ginger. Okay, well, I guess I can just do that. Surely they don't have another cut down, right? There's no way. Green, black. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. Because then this thing's a 4/4. And now, if they kill the Beastcaller, I can just load up on the Gingerbrute, which is kind of nice. When you go get your deep dish pizza, go with Giordano's. What makes you think I'm getting a deep dish pizza? Why would I want to eat a casserole, you know? Okay. So go here, here, and then I think just 8. They kind of have to chump this, right? Nope, or not. Just taking 8. I feel like that was a free block with Dread Knight now. The only problem would be if they have a Knight with Affliction, because then that'll exile the Beastcaller, and I won't get the leaves the battlefield trigger. Wasn't that a free attack with Sentinel? I feel like that was a free attack with Sentinel. Can Can sack Gingerbrute to pump the Sir Ginger. I can also just, like... Yeah, what if we just go counter on Gingerbrute and then activate the Gingerbrute? Seems fine, right? And then hit with both these. They have to chump block this, they go to 5. And we have them dead next turn to Ozolith plus Gingerbrute. Kind of makes sense to me. Yep, chump block there. Ooh. Whoa, we're triple blocking. Well, I guess I'll kill both Sentinels. Interesting. So I get to divide 6 counters. Kind of just want to go 3 and 3. Maybe 3, 2, 1. So we go 1, 2... Yeah, 3, 2, 1. And that makes this 5... Does 2, 2, 2 make more sense? Because then that would make this 6... Yeah, they're going to all get out of cut down range, right? Sure. I guess this is fine. If they had cut down, I think they would have already cut down the Gingerbrute now. Interesting, okay. Well... Okay, I want to load up the Sir Ginger, because if they have, whatchamacallit, Gix's command to make me sack the highest thing, I kind of want to sack this. Right? No, that was dumb. I could have put counters here and still been able to sack the Sir Ginger, right? Okay, they just conceded. That was cool. That was a sick draw. Okay, I like that. All right, against Golgari, what do we want? Kind of cook there, chap. Barrage bad, Surge bad. Don't think Might is super relevant. Could bring in Safekeeping, help protect against removal. Probably an Arlen matchup. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. I would imagine you tend to cut Gingerbrute a lot, because it does just seem like the weakest card in your deck overall. So we'll try that. I mean, it makes the Wormlets worse, I guess. But it is not great against cut down. I guess this card's not great against cut down either, early on. We could do, like, this, just to make the Wormlets a little bit better. Now that the Cowboys have lost, who am I supporting? Throughout the playoffs, I will be rooting for whoever is playing against Green Bay. So, as of next week, that is the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, I guess. The Sand doesn't have a lot of creatures, but... Yeah, that's a good point, Viper. It is nice that they don't really have good blockers for Gingerbrute, and if you can just kind of cook with Gingerbrute Ozolith, get them dead pretty quickly. So they definitely have cut down. What if I just led with Cauldron and just blank their cut down? Like, I know I'm not applying pressure, but I kind of like it. This is worse if they have Shieldred, because I'm just not doing anything into their Shieldred. So I think I want to go Wormlet Ginger. The Ginger kind of makes sense to me. Could have tapped a little bit better. I could have played Foundry and left up Boseiju, because I have a legendary creature. Might have been good. Skittle says, I'm rooting for whoever plays Kansas City. Tired of seeing them in the AFC title game or Super Bowl. Yeah, that's fair. Who is Kansas City playing against next week? Oh, that card's bad for me. Am I excited for the metagame challenge in 2 weeks? Yeah, so it's actually great because it's going to be standard, and then I think the one after that is timeless. So we'll have like two metagame challenges back-to-back weeks, which is good. I want that. Okay, drill in anyways. They blew up the cauldron. That's interesting. Um. So I guess we go Ozolith onto Wormlet to incentivize them to trade with Sir Ginger, and then I can play the second Ginger. I think I like that. They just don't block. Also fine with that. Sure. Alright, go. They probably have some kind of Wrath in hand, right? Gix's Command. Gix's Command is fine. I guess I can sack the Sir Ginger. This is aggressive. I'll take 3. What do they have? I guess that makes sense. That does make sense. It is unfortunate. Okay. Also bad. You had a good draw step here. That is a weird draw step. Stack is kind of weak to Lockdown and Path of Peril. Yes, that is true. That is a good point. Path of Peril specifically is kind of rough. At least you have Besager for Lockdown, but yeah, and you have Haywire on my post board. But yeah, this one's pretty rough. It's also 3 mana, so it's a relatively cheap sweeper. I mean, I guess I just go Foundry Beatdowns. I'm at 18. I don't want to do this. Although this is not great if they have Cut Down. Which it looks like they might have. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Go. Feels dead, man. I guess I could have just played Thrillseeker. The upside to just playing Thrillseeker and targeting itself is if they cut down the Thrillseeker, I can sack it to kill the bat. So maybe that was a little bit better. Alright, that's unfortunate. Nice. Nice. Okay, we are extremely dead. Alright, let's go to game 3. Let's go to game number 3. Okay, so after seeing that game play out, could bring in like a couple voltage surges just to kill bats. Kind of not in love with these Arlens. Cut the second Sir Ginger. Bring in like the third Ginger Brute and 2 Surges. I really do want to kill Bat. Maybe that's a losing battle though. Thoughts on if the Bucks can beat the Eagles? I mean, I think the Eagles are a much better team, but I would say the Bucks have a chance. I don't think it's a super great chance, but nice little one-lander. It's a really good one-lander if we hit a land drop. Although it is weak to Path of Peril. I mean, whatever. It's fine. This hand is just so fucking good if we get there. You ever just, like, hit your second land drop, you know? It's fine. Or not. We could also just not hit the second land drop. That works, too. Alright, I'm gonna play second Worm. Yeah, my whole deck is weak to Path of Peril, so... Yeah, we're only gonna draw 2 mana spells the rest of the game. I'm getting the emote ready. Drew the second land, which is good. Double Apprentice here, or Beast Caller? Wish I had an Ozolith. I kinda... Maybe it's actually Cauldron, the more I think about it. And then I can go... If I rip a land, I can go Beast Caller Apprentice next turn. Yeah, let's Cauldron. I think I like that better. I'm gonna cut down one. Sure, that's fine. I tried looking for some, but I don't know where to buy them. Might as well just eat this now. No! Why does it auto-default to their graveyard? I can't. I don't know why it auto-defaults to their graveyard. Okay, kind of, sort of not punished. So... Beastcaller, Apprentice. Would you like the trade? I will happily take this trade. Okay, make sure I click on the right thing this time. I think that trade's good for me. We can go Sentinel, get a map, counter on Beastcaller, have this in the graveyard to pump the Apprentice. It's going to be rough if they play Shield Rid. Almost wonder... You know what? Given the low creature count, I wonder if Witchstalker Frenzy would be good in the sideboard. Because we have so many cheap creatures to get enough in play. If we attack with 3 and 1 mana kill Shield Rid, that seems really good. NHL playoffs. I don't watch hockey. I never get into hockey. So this probably has to kill the Cauldron. I haven't looked at the Pia deck recently. That's interesting. I think I'd still rather get Sentinel in play. Should get into hockey. Just like, I don't know, I've tried watching hockey games before. Just never get into it. Take the Detroit pill and adore that our teams are randomly good. Are they, though? Are they? Ooh. Okay. So I can go Ozolith Apprentice. Okay. Ozolith Apprentice. 2 counters here. And then this will come into play with an extra counter. Then I think we can only attack with Beastcaller this turn. If we attack with Sentinel, they just block with the Cottage. Explore instead to play around Peril. God, that's so unfortunate. The fact that that thing exiles is so gross. I mean, honestly, Peril is fine, because if they Peril us, we can just load up on the Sentinel. We don't lose the Sentinel at that point. So Peril wouldn't even be that bad. Okay, they're at 12. I can... Ooh... That is an interesting draw. It'd be better if I had another land. Because I could activate immediately. So... What if I map onto the 1/1 Apprentice? And then if I hit a land... I don't hate that. Let's map onto the Apprentice, see where that goes. Can wait on Thrill Seeker till next turn. And then honestly, I could even just go Ozolith onto this Apprentice and send everything. Because if they double here, we trade Sentinel for Frillback and they take 7, go to 5. I think that's actually fine. Maybe a little bit worse against Cut Down, because they can cut down this in response. Although, I think if they had Cut Down, they would have killed this before I mapped, right? Why do I feel the need to wear my hat backwards today? Don't worry about it. We need a land, JS. Because Thrillseeker is 3 mana plus 1 to sack. So I would need to draw an untapped land to be able to do that. It's kind of why I didn't want to play the Thrillseeker this turn. I didn't want to play the Thrillseeker until I had mana to sacrifice it. Because it just plays a little bit better on removal. Okay, so they are double blocking here. I'll order the Frillback first. Alright, just going to 5. So I guess they can Path of Peril now? Is that their plan? Guess I could have chose to not attack with Sentinel. Play around Path of Peril a little bit more. Okay, sure. So they have another removal spell in hand? What's up, Kerchak? If their plan is to just hold back chump blockers, we can go Inti Trample. Yeah, land would be nice too. Whoa. Oh. Well, that's a pretty good draw. That's the nuts. Okay, sure. Sure, why not? Pretty good draw, huh? Not the worst. You got one card in hand, huh? And I got a Tameo Safekeeping. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. Do. Easy. Probably should have main phased that one, huh? Alright, 313. We're slowly approaching top 100. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they waited. That matchup seems bad. Kind of depends on how many Go for the Throats they have. Because we can kind of sort of blank Go for the Throat somewhat effectively. Because we have so many artifact creatures. But yeah, post-board it gets a lot worse because they have like Terra Sunders and stuff like that. Alright, I forgot to get a Gamba. Let's do a little Gamba action. You guys want a Gamba? I'm going to keep this. It looks awkward, but it's got turn 1 Wormlet, turn 2 Tapland Wormlet, turn 3 Ozolith, attack for 6. It does need to draw spells, for sure. Like, this hand will not win unless I draw spells, but... Do they have Tron? Do they have Tron Binding? Okay, not Tron. Definitely got an Ozolith here. Hit for 6. So, next turn, if we draw a 1-mana artifact, it is 12, right? 1 or 2-mana artifact, we have 12 damage. So hopefully they just go, like, Forest Topiary, and we draw an artifact, put that to 1. Angel. Oh. That's pretty good. Well... How do we want to proceed? I don't necessarily want to use the Thrillseeker now. Because if I go Thrillseeker target Wormlet and they kill my Wormlet, it's kind of bad, right? They're dead. Yeah, you guys are assuming they don't have Binding, which they very likely have Binding here. I think my best player on Binding is just start here. And just force the Binding now. I guess they can just wait till I go to combat, but... I'm just going to play Land Beast Caller second main. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so they go to 10. Yeah, that's fine. Play this. They can't Sunfall this turn. They can depopulate. That'd be bad. Yeah, they could Lockdown too. Lockdown's also bad. Do they have Lockdown main deck, though, with Beanstalk? I'm not sure that they do. I don't think these decks play main deck Lockdown. What do you think of using Tyvars instead of Tameo? Is the life gain important here versus the potential pump? What's the text on Tyvars? Tyvars stand. No, just doesn't. And bot doesn't want to work today. Well, now they're definitely dead. +X and hexproof and indestructible versus safekeeping, which is yeah. I mean, the 2-life, like, you kind of want this sort of effect against mono red, and the 2-life really matters against mono red. I don't know though. The pump could definitely matter with stuff like Inti and Thrillseeker. I could see if you're flooding out with Thrillseeker, you pump this a bunch and then just throw it at them. That could be good. It's kind of close. Not sure which one's better. Okay, so I think this is the matchup for Hot Spring, just because giving your stuff haste post-Wrath, like post-Sunfall, post-Depopulate, seems pretty good. I don't think Veil is legal. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, this protects your Ozolith. This protects Ozolith and Cauldron against Boseiju and Terra Sunder, so yeah, this is almost certainly more relevant. Because protecting those are huge. Yeah, I forgot that you could protect Ozolith Cauldron with it. Not sure I want safekeeping. They have a lot more sweepers than they do spot removal. It's really just binding. Probably want Haywire Might for binding. And I kind of just want to cut Beast Caller. Actually, I can cut a Cauldron, because they do Exile. Second Ginger. Just gonna cut, like, random one-ofs. Cauldron's less good against them, because most of their Wraths Exile. They have a lot more Sunfalls than they do Depopulates, usually. It's so sick, because if one of these was just any other land in the deck, I would snap keep. I'm still thinking about keeping this hand. We're on the draw. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. What's up, Killagerm? I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. How's the, what you call it? What's the word that I'm looking for, chap? Food truck. That's what I'm thinking. How's the food truck life going? 50 to 60 hour weeks. That's wild. Damn. That's a lot. Yeah, food stand. Words are hard for me, alright? Words are very difficult. I can't word today. Nice. That's awesome. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I've been doing good. Stream's been going well. Having a lot of fun. Moving a little bit more into the arena content this month. Because I knew that January was going to be a slow month anyways, so I figured this would be kind of the perfect month to transition into some more arena stuff like Standard and Timeless to see if the people are interested in it. So far, it's been decent. I mean, I would say that the interest is maybe a little bit less than Modern and Pioneer, but there are enough people that are interested, and it's good to see that people are still showing up. Yeah, this Standard format is phenomenal. Every single time I play it, I feel like I learn something new, and it's just so good. Okay. It's not ideal, but they do lose the Beanstalk. I could Besage the Lockdown now, but I think I'm just going to play Sentinel first. Maybe Besage next turn. Yeah, metagame challenge coming up too. Should be really good. How much is a Dono standard deck? Just stopped caring about Modern months ago, so I haven't been on the stream for so long. Looking at Fletcher's Johnson. Poxlife, thank you for the 2-month resub. Dono decks are $25 or 5 gifted subs. Okay, I'm going to start here. Okay, they don't have binding. Now, you know what I kind of want to do? I kind of just want to do this. It's a bit of a weird line, but I don't quite want to Besage you yet. We're getting there, but I think there's a decent chance I might Besage you next turn. They're very close to just being dead, right? Am I 1 short next turn, I think? I think I'm 1 short next turn. Oh no, because I can haste the Thrillseeker, right? I can go Thrillseeker counters here, remove this counter here, hit for 7, put them to 7, then sack both. If I do 5 gifted over a period of time, I like to make it's a little bit more easy if we just do 5 gifted all at once. Okay, with them at 16. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm 1 point short, right? All good, JS, all good. It's a really tricky spot. So the binding has, or the lockdown has Ozolith and Gingerbrute. So if I Besage you the lockdown, 2 mana, get Ozolith, Gingerbrute, Hot Spring, counter on Gingerbrute, activate Gingerbrute, play Inti, discard, Cauldron counter here. Oh, actually, hold on. Wait, I think I found the line. Yeah, I think I found the line. I think I figured it out. So we can go Inti. Yeah. And then I can actually go Cauldron pre-combat. And then we go Hot Spring, counter here. I know the Angel has lifelink. And then I can go discard Thrill Seeker, counter here. And then I have Thrill Seeker in the graveyard for Cauldron. So I think they have to chump block here, right? Because if they don't block, it would be 5. I guess it's only 14 if they don't block, right? Yeah, Thrill Seeker Cauldron is insane. I think it's only 14 if they don't block. Because it's 5. Yeah, it's only 14. So they could take this if they wanted to. Okay, we are going to block. I'm going to Cauldron now onto the Inti. And then I think just pass priority. And there's no reason to sack now. So I can just pass. I guess this is maybe bad if they kill the Cauldron. But if they just tap out for Wrath, I'm pretty sure I can just Besage with the Lockdown and kill them. Because if they Sunfall, they don't get to kill the Cauldron. Yeah, but you'd already played a land that turn. I've had some people ask me about that show, Killagerm. I'm thinking about going to. Okay, so this should be Yep Death, right? We go throw the Inti at them. 9, that gets exiled. I guess they could have another Binding in hand. Can I play around that? Can I play around Binding? So if I go Apprentice, remove a counter, counter on Apprentice, animate Foundry, Apprentice, animate Foundry, still have 2 mana left over to sack both. That would be 3... Yeah, that should be enough, right? I think I just have lethal. I had to do the math, but I'm pretty sure I have lethal. So keep this. Animate Foundry. Remove a counter here. Cauldron your Archangel, I guess. Counter here. Hit for 5, sack both. Right? I think this is enough. Damn, this deck's got some lines. This deck's got lines, dude. Whew. -1 point. Yeah, it didn't matter, though. They were dead anyways. Beat Perpetual Bullshit Machine, Blue-Eyed Modern, Ring and Modern. Brain power left for the rest of these rounds. Ooh, back in top 300. Let's go. My friend is the photographer for Corey Taylor and his wife. You can get VIP tickets? Ooh. I mean, if you can get VIP tickets, then hell yeah, man. That sounds dope. Nice deck. You see, folks, the problem with this deck is that it's just a little too good. Okay, this hand is better, for sure. It's a good 7. I don't know what to put back, though. So how would I want to curve this hand? I'm obviously going to want to go Wormlet into Ozolith. So I'm keeping 2 lands, Wormlet, Ozolith. Those 4 I'm definitely keeping. Past that, between Apprentice, Beastcaller, Cauldron, I think the worst card is probably Apprentice. Although it is nice to be able to double spell like Beastcaller Apprentice on 3 if I draw land. So I could see putting back Cauldron. Since I don't have any way to sacrifice yet, you know what? I'm going to put back Cauldron. I think that makes more sense. So Ozolith, they have a deserted beach. When the beach is deserted. Don't make disappear me, please. Wow, don't make disappear. You love to see that. Why do they get priority now? They didn't have make disappear before. Why would they get priority here? And they wouldn't have it before. What could that be? I have no idea. Any ideas, chat? I don't know what that could be. Please don't lockdown me. Well, good beats. Good beats. I mean, that card's not bad. Actually, no, it is bad. I have no creatures. Why did I keep that? That was stupid. I thought they were playing a playable blue-white deck, but they're playing blue-white control. Yeah, I didn't think they were on lockdown. This matchup seems unwinnable, by the way. I mean, I'll keep it on top, I guess. They're trying to breach my Lagoon. Lagoon successfully breached. Yeah, this one's probably over. Alright, well, mediocre blue-white control deck. You have some sideboard tools. You think our arena tells you when an opponent plays potential plays? I mean, the thing about that is, like, they can just full control. You can sort of mask that a little bit. It's annoying to do so, but you can do it. I think I'm going to graveyard that. This beat kind of slaps. Salvi, we're right next to each other on the Timeless Open final standings. What if our hands accidentally touched? Ooh woo? Ooh woo? We have what, 2 Besagers? What's up, Goblin Guide? Yeah, I'm beginning to emotionally recover. Let's just say that. I'm slowly beginning to emotionally recover from my loss yesterday. What was that first half, man? That was an embarrassment. Sure. Alright, I'm just gonna stop wasting our time. I'm good, man. I'm good. I hope Belichick comes. To Dallas, of course. Lithomantic Barrage? Maybe, I don't know. Might to kill lockdown. Safekeeping. It's not... Problem with safekeeping is it's not good against the exile removal. Cut the Brutes. Cut a Cauldron. Cut a Beast Caller. Cut a Ginger. I'm only going to play 1 Barrage. I don't know if they have that many good targets for Barrage. I would love for Belichick to be in Dallas, though. I think that would be a good change. Honestly, anything is better than McCarthy. McCarthy is so bad. I mean, I'm going to keep. It's not a great hand, but I'm going to keep it. Guess I don't. My left tail doesn't matter, so I'll just keep this over the forest. Yeah, Arlen's the post-board plan against the grindy matchups. I'm not even sure it's good enough against the blue-white control deck, to be fair. This song is a real jammer, huh? I don't even know what this card does. It makes tokens, I guess. How do you have for 1 mana here, my guy? Oh, Syncopate, that's what it is. I get it now. It's Syncopate 100%. Yep, definitely Syncopate. Okay, well in that case... I guess I'll attack. Discard. Hopefully can find a 2-drop here. How about I just hold up Soken's-On? Just like end of turn this, trigger Inti. Kinda into it. And if they Tidebinder me, I could just slam Arlen. Kinda hope they Tidebinder me, to be honest. Because then we can resolve this card. Okay. Yeah, I would like to play the Sentinel this turn. Let's go to combat, I think. I could Sentinel pre-combat and map onto the 1/1. 17, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to use Inti this turn because my hand's really good. So let's play Sentinel pre-combat. Oh, Inti Sokensan? Yeah. Inti Sokensan is nice. Oogie. I will attack you. My hand's good. I don't want to discard. I got stuff. Buwalda, thank you very much for the 8-month resub. It is. This is the first list. Good Hot Springs here. Hot Springs counter on token. What if I go Hot Springs, counter on token, send everything, counter on the other token? And that's pretty good if they have Tidebinder. Worst case, Hot Springs counter here, attack with everything, discard Forest, they counter the Inti trigger, they eat the token, they take 5, go to 7. I think that's fine. I think I'm okay with that. What if they just had Jerry Jones coach the team for the second half? They probably would have had a better chance, honestly. I think you play the land there. I want to discard the land. I think. I don't want to discard anything else. So, no Tidebinder. This is good. Yeah, we hit a land too. Perfect. Are we just taking 7? Okay. Go. So they're going to tap out for Sunfall and then die to Thrillseeker. Yeah, that's fine. Montagna. Not playing around Make Disappear. It's fine. If they counter it, I don't care that much. Okay. So they can Make Disappear this to not die. Right? Force me to tap out. They go to 1 at that point. They syncopate for 1, I pay, and they die. Cool. Good deck. I think that was fine sideboarding, so we'll go to game 3. This deck is doing so many cool things. I want it to be good. What were we were talking about something in the Discord to add to this deck. Saint Nick and I were talking about something. Where did it go? We were thinking of adding... Oh, Questing Druid. That's a card that this deck doesn't have, which could be very good. And, like, your curve is low enough that you can just fire it off on turn 2, and you're likely to hit at least one spell you can play, and if you hit land spell, you're just golden. So, it could be worth considering. Are there any other good cards that put counters on stuff? I think this deck is playing basically all of them. We have 2 Gingers. 2 Gingers. It's a bit weird. They could have Virtue here. So it makes me kind of want to play this pre-combat. So if they go Virtue, eat the Apprentice, I can put a counter here. I know it does look weird to pre-combat this, but it's better if they have Virtue. Because I'm attacking either way. Okay, no Virtue. It's Kami of Whispered Hope. That's the 3-drop, right? The 3-drop scales thing. All I know about that card is it's a 3-mana 1/1, and it has a scales effect. I think it has another ability, but I'm not quite sure what it is. Guess I should have played the Sentinel pre-combat. Taps for mana. If one or more counters, one counter, tap at X mana works its power. Card seems fine. I mean, it's not that bad, right? It could be worse. I'm not opposed to playing it. Get lost. Alright, do they have the lockdown? Doesn't look like they do. I think I'm supposed to play Cauldron this turn. So let's Cauldron first in case they have Make Disappear. I'm going to hold on to the Ginger for a little bit. I'm just going to map twice onto the Apprentice. If I see a spell, I might keep it on top. Okay. Map here, map here. Haywire Might. Well, I could just graveyard that because I have the Cauldron. So if they have Emperor to exile Beastcaller, is that much of a problem? Not really. I'm just going to send both. Do you think green-black is still good in standard? Mono-black deck you're going to play looks cool. Yeah, I think green-black is good. If I'm going to an RCQ, that's the deck that I'm most likely to play at this point is green-black. Haven't really spent a lot of time on it since I went on that big run. I think my overall record with green-black, right, that green-black list, the Raja list, is like 18-4 or something. So, sure. Annoying, but fine. I don't think I want to use the Cauldron yet. Let's go Sir Ginger. Counter here. Bottom that. Top that. And then pass? Yeah, I'm going to pass. I may actually go end step, animate Foundry, put a counter on Foundry. There's a good chance I do that. What do you like about green-black? Yeah, the Domain matchup is rough, but, like, you can sideboard... So I was thinking about playing green-black with 2 Breaches in the sideboard, and Breach really does help that matchup. You could also splash blue. Splashing blue seems reasonable, too, for counterspells in the board. Okay, I kind of expected that. So, do they have a counterspell for Arlen? -3, make 2 2/2s. Good chance they have a counterspell, right? And now I can't use my Cauldron. I really do want to play the Arlen this turn, though. What's my other line? Play Foundry, animate, send both. They block Sir Ginger. I pump the Foundry. They go to 7. It's not that bad, right? Yeah, that's fine, too. Because if they trade for the Tidebinder, my Cauldron's back online, which is nice. Right, but here's the thing. I want them to use the counterspell next turn. Oh, they just didn't do anything. I want them to use the counterspell next turn when they have... when they want a Deluge. So it's important against control to make them spend the mana on a turn where they don't want to spend mana, if that makes sense. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I want that. Go, I guess. We still have Beseiju up. Not that it matters. Can maybe Beseiju this token. Do you have the green blacklist somewhere? Not the one with Breach. I haven't added Breaches yet, Doomsurf, but it is the list that I've been playing is on the Mox field, if you want to check that out. I just haven't had the time to add Breaches yet. Interesting. They didn't play a land that turn. They do have Hornlock Whale in their deck. What's the stats on Whale? It's a 5/6, right? Or is it a 6/6? Hornlock Whale. The 6/6. So it would at least trade for Ginger. Kind of fine with that trade, honestly. Oh, it comes in tapped, right? Yeah. Okay, let's attack first. I always forget that an ATB's tapped. It's annoying. Oh, but I forgot it gave hexproof. I forgot that it had hexproof. Yeah, trample hexproof haste. Nice. Sure. So they're not blocking with Tidebinder. This works out well for us, right? Keep our Ginger. And then we can go Arlen, make 2 tokens. They go to 1. I know, I am giving them their 7th land, but... It's so worth it to put them to 1 here. It's like, put them to 1 and... Um... Yeah, it has to be worth it here. I mean, I guess they can go Wrath. Now they can go Wrath, hold up Fields. Is there a creature in the yard? The Tidebinder is locking down the Cauldron. So as of right now, we can't do anything with that. But they're, like, pretty dead here, right? They're pretty dead. I just, like, totally forgot about the flavor text on Sir Ginger. Turns out Ginger is really good against the Wandering Emperor, huh? Yeah, I mean, if you hover over it, you can see that it has no abilities, but only if you hover over it. Okay. So they have a field. Alright. That's fine. So they can field my Foundry, but how are they killing Ginger? Lockdown, I guess? But if they lockdown, they can't field, so they're just dead to Foundry if they lockdown. No, because lockdown wouldn't kill the Tidebinder. Oh, they were dead anyways, so. 3-0 with this deck so far. Not bad. I did say that Blue-White Control was our worst matchup, and we still beat it, so. We take those. This deck's feeling nice. I like a lot of what's going on here. The same fucks. I'm into it. Yeah, the no run game is pretty bad. It's like the problem with having no run game is just we're gonna be forced into these situations where it's very obvious passing down, and Gingerbread too strong, huh? Okay, okay, okay. Should I close the predictions? All right, I'm gonna close the prediction now. I think it's unfair to not pay out the prediction. Also, if my opponent just concedes this game, then I'll probably refund the prediction. I don't think it's... If my opponent just scoops the match, come on, man. It's not fair. This hand's good. Is this a scam stream? Define scam. I know, it was like 85% yes. Oh, speaking of scam, I played the modern qualifier this morning. I registered stock scam, and it was the worst experience of my life. I did not have a good time. I'm gonna throw that out there. I didn't have a good time. It was not good. What did I play against? I beat the Mirror Run 1, and then I lost to Rakdos, Inti Asmo round 2, and then round 3 I lost to Burn, then it dropped. I'm just gonna rinse them with Sentinels, right? I guess if I was gonna map, I should have mapped onto the one that I was attacking with. Whatever. Guess I'll just have 2 4/5s then. Do I want a third Sentinel? No, I don't think so. There you go. I don't think I want a third Sentinel. I think the first 2 is enough. WotC needs to sell old border etched foil griefs and MH3 packs, which is why it's still around. True. Does that mean we are going to have that grief's going to be legal for the next 17 years? Man, it's pretty rough for them to see double Thrillseeker here, huh? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe they could have a second bat. We do have a second bat. Not even sure that's good enough, though. Like, it means we still get to keep playing, but... But... Yeah, this isn't standard Iran. I guess I'm just gonna go to combat. Nah, this was dumb. I should have played the Thrill Seeker pre-combat. I don't think it matters. You see the Rot Priest deck that won the challenge? Yeah, a lot of people have been playing Infect. I think I'm gonna try it a little bit later today. But people, there have been a lot of people playing Infect. Infect is one of the better decks. Alright, we're 4-0 at this deck so far. Deck's feeling great. I'll show you the list of Infect that I have. I keep calling it Infect. It's technically Toxic. Actually, it's not Infect. That mechanic has been...